In this video, I'm going to talk about the preprocessor define in C. I have an example here of where I've defined a constant this way using pound define. And the syntax is just pound define, the name of the variable, and the value. And so to use that in your code, use it just like any other variable. So if we wanted to print that out, print it out as an integer. Now when we run this, you can see it printed the number 123 using this preprocessor pound define. Another thing you can do with define is actually define some code. So the way this define works is before the code's actually compiled, this value is replaced by whatever it's defined as in the code right before it's compiled. So you can define other things, for instance, like let's create something that loops 5 times. And we're going to define that as a for loop. And for fun, do our last print in this new loop. So now when I run this, you can see that 123 was printed 5 times. So this line here, before it's compiled, is replaced with what it's defined as, which is this for loop. You probably wouldn't see this. Something I've done often in my code is something like this, where you define a forever loop as a while one. Show you how that works. You can see it is running, printing out 123 forever. Stop that. The other way pound define is often used, you can test in the preprocessor whether something's defined or not. Change this back to this. So you can test to see if something's defined by doing a pound if def and then the name of the variable. So let's just look at my const. And then you can have some code or whatever code you want. And then at the end of the code that you want done, you need a pound end if. You also have the opposite of that, which is a pound if not defined. Same thing. And you need to end that with a end if. Now you can already see with the IDE is smart enough to see that my const is defined, so it's showing print this line as being a valid line. However, down here, where I check to see if it's not defined, it knows that it's defined, so it's colored the line differently, showing that it's not an active line that'll be executed. So to run this, same thing. You can see my const was defined. And if we comment out this line, it's no longer defined. Oh, and this is also not going to work. But now down here, you can see this line is highlighted. Run this too. And you can see my const was not defined printed because it was not defined in this code.